Get your game on! Sports Day is here!
I'm thrilled about Sports Day tomorrow.
Yeah, I can't wait. I've signed up for the 100-meter race and relay race. What about you?
I'm joining the long jump. I'm a bit anxious because my landings aren't quite stable.
I'm sure you will do well. You've got such a strong jump. Just keep your balance and don't rush too much.
Thanks for the advice. I'm looking forward to the team relay race, though. We have a good team this year.
I know, right? I think we have a good chance to win. Did you see David run in practice? He's incredibly fast.
Yes, it's like he's flying. We can totally count on him.
Fingers crossed. I really need to rest properly tonight, though. My legs still feel a bit stiff from all our recent practices.
You should do some stretches before bed. We can't risk having our star runner pull a muscle right before the big day.
Let's stretch and go to bed early so we can give our best tomorrow.
Hi everyone, welcome to the show. I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Laura.
And you know what? Guess what? I've signed up for the school musical.
真的假的？等等，大家知道 sign up for 是什么意思吗？就是报名的意思，像是你可以报名考试啊、比赛，甚至是演唱会。You know what? I've signed up for Blackpink's concert.
Blackpink in your area?
I know.
Okay, but Lala, I'm scared I won't get a good part of the musical.
Don't worry, 不用担心，我相信一定会表现得很好。Plus, I will help you practice. Oh,
Really?
I'm sure you will do well.
Really? Thanks so much. That makes me feel so much better.
OK， 大家学会了 sign up for 了吗？记得要勇敢报名想要参加的活动哦。
Yes, follow your dreams.
Doe, a deer, a female deer.
All right, so let's take a look at today's article. It's about like sports day, signing up for stuff. So we have a very fun conversation to read. Okay, so we see the article. There's Sarah. She says, I'm thrilled about sports day tomorrow. When you're thrilled about something, just means you're very excited about something.
That's right, like we're thrilled about Blackpink's new concert. Okay, so thrilled 这个形容词就是非常高兴的、非常兴奋的，所以我们常会用 thrilled about something， 就是对某个事物感到非常开心或是兴奋哦。
Yeah, and then Tom says, yeah, I can't wait. I've signed up for the 100-meter race and relay race. What about you? Now, when you sign up for something, this phrase just means to put your name on a list for something else because you want to take part in it. Like, for example, I want to try the school musical, so I signed up for it.
Yeah.
Or you can also sign up for a sports club or sign up for an audition as well. Yeah, now we talked about a relay race. Relay here is a noun and it means a race between teams of runners where each team member covers a part of a distance. So let's say the total number that you must run as a team is 100 meters. And you have 4 people on the team. That means each person runs 25 meters and they pass a baton to the next runner to run another 25 meters.
I love this. I love watching relay races. OK, 我们首先看到我们的实用句哦，就是 I've signed up for 什么什么。其实刚刚已经有提到 sign up, right? 我已经报名了什么东西了。那刚刚提到 sign up for something， 还记得吗？就是报名参加某事物。For example, I want to sign up for a dance class, but I have 2 left feet. 这个是假的，因为我很会跳舞。It's just an example sentence. 那 Tom 他报名什么呢？就是 100-meter race， 也就是100公尺的赛跑。这个我超厉害的。
Oh my gosh.
还有呢 relay 就是接力赛，我们也可以用 relay race 来表示接力赛哦。
I like watching this too. This one's really fun. Okay, well next Sarah then says, I'm joining the long jump. Ooh, I'm a bit anxious because my landings aren't quite stable. Okay, so here we have a few words to look at. Let's take a look at anxious. Anxious is an adjective and it means you're feeling worried or nervous. And yeah, it's like, for example, if you need to give a presentation in class and maybe you're shy or maybe you didn't prepare enough things, you might feel nervous or anxious. Yeah, usually I feel nervous before a really important event. Okay, we can use anxious in a sentence like this. Sue began to feel very anxious when her flight kept getting delayed.
I would be too.
Yeah, what's going on, right?
OK, 所以我们看回课文 Sarah 是参加什么呢？就是 long jump， 这个我超不会，就是跳远哦。不过她感到怎么了？很 anxious， 这是一个形容词哦，就是焦虑的不安的。你当然也可以用 nervous。For example, I felt anxious before my big test, so I ate 3 chocolates to calm down. 那接着他解释到哦，他说为什么他很 anxious？ 他说 My landings aren't quite stable. Landing 我们先来看一下，它是名词哦，这里指的就是着地的动作哦。
All right, Sarah mentioned that she's going to do the long jump, but her landings aren't stable. Stable is an adjective and it means that is not likely to fall or move or change. So when something is stable, it actually means that it's really fixed and steady. It won't fall over. Okay, but Sarah is the opposite. She's not good at that. We can use stable in a sentence like this. John got into an accident and was rushed to the emergency room. However, his condition is stable now and will leave the hospital in a few days.
Good. OK, stable 有什么意思呢？就是有平稳的啊，或是稳定的。OK, 它是一个形容词哦。For example, the table wasn't stable, so my soup almost spilled.
Oh, no.
讨厌。
And it's really hot.
No, 就喝不到了。
Sounds like it's going to be an exciting sports day. Well, Tom says, I'm sure you will do well. You've got such a strong jump.
哇，他好强哦！那这里我们看到一个实用句哦，就是 I'm sure you will do well， 就是我确定啊，你一定会表现得很好，我就是要肯定你的朋友。那整句的意思呢，他有提到就是说 Wow, you've got such a strong jump， 就是说你的起跳力很强，或是你用很棒的跳远技巧哦。
Yep.Tom then says, just keep your balance and don't rush too much. Okay? Yeah, so an important thing about long jump is, and being stable is having balance. Balance here is a noun and it means the ability to keep steady with an equal amount of weight on each side of the body. So a great example is in gymnastics, right? One of the skills a gymnast needs is to have balance. When they do flips, they need to land on both feet without stumbling or falling down, or else they won't get a good score. It's the same thing when they're on the balance beam. When they need to do flips, they need to show off their skills and they need to do flips on there without falling off this beam, right?
So
That's
hard.
why it's called a balance beam. But we can use balance in a sentence like this. It was my first time ice skating, so I had a hard time finding my balance.
一定啊，超难的哦。Balance 这个字呢，就是平衡的意思，它是个名词哦。For example, I tried to stand on one leg, but I lost my balance and fell. 我平衡感超差。
Yeah, we're not flamingos,
Yoga
right?
也要，对呀。
So cute. All right, so next Sarah then says, thanks for the advice. I'm looking forward to the team relay race though. We have a good team this year. Ooh, wonder who's going to win. I think so, yeah. We saw the phrase look forward to something or doing something, and it just means you're excited about something. So let's say you're going on vacation tomorrow. You can tell people, I look forward to my trip, or I look forward to going on vacation.
是 show off 吗
Yes.
Okay, so look forward to 后面接名词或是 VING 就是期待什么什么，像是虽然我已经看了100次了，but I'm still looking forward to watching Singles Inferno 4 again tonight. I love Dex.
Me too.
他是我最爱的，他是主持人那个很帅的。
Are you looking forward to season 5?
Oh yeah, okay. 所以刚刚我们有提到我们的实用句哦，就是 We have a good team this year， 就是我们今年的队伍很赞很厉害哦。
Okay, let's continue reading the article. Tom says, I know, right? I think we have a good chance to win. Did you see David run in practice? He's incredibly fast.
Whoa, I know, right? 就是我们超常讲的，就是我知道啊，没错，就是用来表示明了并且同意对方所说的话哦。那通常它是比较口语啦，或是不是正式的书写哦。OK， 那后面他接到 I think we have a blah 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 chance to win， 就是我觉得我们有什么什么的机会能赢得比赛。其中的 chance 是个名词哦，就是可能性啊、几率。那常常我们会说 a good or slim chance，OK， 或者这是分别为这个几率很大，或者是几率非常渺茫很小的意思哦。
And we also saw the word incredibly, which just means extremely.
Incredibly, OK， 这个就是一个副词哦，就是极度怎么样或者极其怎么样。所以整句课文是说，你有看到 David 练习时跑步的样子吗？他真的超快的
Oh, so good. Sarah then says, yes, it's like he's flying. We can totally count on him. And then Tom says, fingers crossed. Okay, this means, fingers crossed just means to hope for luck or success in something.
OK， 大家可能有时候在影集会看到会做这个动作，其实就是 fingers crossed， 就是祝好运或是希望如此哦。For example, I have a job interview tomorrow. Fingers crossed， 就是希望你可以过这个面试哦。Or he bought a lottery ticket. Fingers crossed that he wins.
Yeah, and share it with us.
I know.
Okay, next Tom says, I really need to rest properly tonight though. My legs still feel a bit stiff from all our recent practices. Okay, that's true. So before a big race, it's better to, relax your muscles. Don't do anything to maybe get yourself injured the next day. So that's why he says he needs to properly rest. Properly here is an adverb and it means that it is in a correct or proper way. So for example, when you cross the street, the correct or proper way to cross is to check your left and right and make sure that there aren't cars coming. And another thing, you shouldn't cross the street while looking down using your phone.
A lot of people do that.
I know, they were playing games or texting somebody. It's really dangerous. So when you cross the street properly, okay, it's safer for you or else you could probably get into an accident. Okay, let's use properly in a sentence. We can say, doctors are properly trained before they can start looking at patients. Of course, they have to. Yeah.
Okay, properly 是什么呢？就是适当地，它是一个副词哦。For example, please listen properly when I explain the game rules.
Yeah. Shh. Pay attention, please. Okay. Then they mentioned that they still kind of have sore muscles, or he still has sore muscles from stiff muscles, when he was practicing. Stiff here is an adjective and it means when a person or a part of their body is stiff, their muscles hurt when they move them. So it's like when you exercise, maybe you use the muscle too much, the next day your muscle hurts. The same thing happens when you're sleeping, right? And then the next day you wake up and you're like, I can't turn my neck.
I hate that.
I know.
The kink, right?
It really hurts. That's called having a stiff neck. And it comes from maybe not sleeping in a good position the night before. So it just means you can't turn your head, you can't move your muscles, and it hurts. We can use stiff in a sentence like this. We hiked for about 6 hours, so by the end of the night, my legs were feeling super stiff.
我觉得可能要吃松弛剂，那个就是脖子突然就是觉得很僵硬，早上醒来的时候。Stiff 是什么呢？我们刚才在讲哦，这是一个形容词，就是指身体部位很僵硬的。
Sarah then says, you should do some stretches before bed. We can't risk having our star runner pull a muscle right before the big day, right?
Star runner， 这么厉害。
All right, we also saw the word risk. Risk here as a noun means the possibility of something bad happening at some time in the future. Okay, so it could be maybe a situation is dangerous and it can have a bad result in the end. So for example, if you talk or on the phone or playing mobile games or crossing the street, then you put yourself at risk, right? You have a risk of getting into a car accident. Here in the article, risk is used as a verb and it just means to do something that may mean that you might get into a situation which is unpleasant or harmful for you. So let's use it in a sentence. We can say, jumping out of a plane looks like fun, but I don't want to risk something going wrong and getting hurt. Yeah, I'm really scared to do that now.
Unless you're Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
Mission Impossible.
He's really good. He's brave.
I know. Risk 在本课是当作动词来用，就是冒着什么什么的危险。而 risk 后面如果我们要接动词，要加 ing， 就是冒着做某事的危险。For example, if you don't wear a helmet, you risk getting hurt while biking. 那后面我们还看到 stretch 哦，这里是可数名词哦，表示伸展动作。而 pull 是动词啊，表示肌肉拉伤。那常见的搭配用法是 pull a muscle， 就是拉伤肌肉哦。 所以我们来看整句哦，课文是说你应该在睡前做些伸展动作，我们不能冒险让我们的明星跑者 Star Runner 在大赛前拉伤肌肉啊。
Don't overstretch too.
对
It's worse. All right, going back to our article, Tom says, let's stretch and go to bed early so we can give our best tomorrow. Yay. So when you give one's best or give your best, this phrase just means to do something as well as you can.
OK， 我们这里又出现了 stretch， 不过这里是当做动词用哦，就是伸展或是舒展身体。而 give one's best 就是尽全力去做某件事情。For example, she gave her best in the audition and got the role.
Congrats.
OK， 所以回到刚刚的实用句就是 Let's stretch and go to bed early so we can give our best tomorrow. 意思就是我们来伸展一下，然后早点上床睡觉，这样明天呢才会发挥最佳状态哟。哇，喜欢今天的主题吗？不要忘了按赞、订阅、分享我们的 YouTube 频道和 Facebook 哦。
Yeah, that's right. And that means, of course, it's the end of today's article. But before we say goodbye, we do have a For You chat question for you. And it is, which do you enjoy participating in more? Individual sports or team sports? Why?
I would say I enjoy participating in team sports more because playing with others makes the game more exciting. For example, in volleyball, you have to trust your teammates to set, spike, and save the ball. So it feels great when the whole team works together to score a point.
Yeah.
And also, I can think of bowling. Even though each player takes turns, right? Cheering for teammates makes it more fun. Plus, if I mess up, at least I'm not the only one.
That's right.
But I love playing bowling.
I know. I think it depends for me. Like I enjoy team sports as well.
Right.
I actually used to play volleyball in high school. I know. I'm short, but then I still did like a pretty good job, I think. And it was actually very fun going to practice with your friends.
I know. That's
right?
the most fun part.
And I think it's just the feeling of having teammates and building that bond is great. But I do also enjoy some individual sports too. Like, as you know, I play tennis now. And yeah, tennis can be an individual sport and it can also be a team sport too. You can play against another person or you can play doubles with another teammate, which is also super fun. So yeah, I think for me, it just depends on the type of sport, right?
But I love watching both kind of sports.
I love watching sports actually. So fun. Yeah, so what about you guys? Do you like to participate in individual sports or do you like team sports? You can discuss with each other and of course, leave comments so we know what you guys think. Right? All right, so that's the end of today's article, but I do think we have
day 2?
Yeah, there's more of us to see.
Oh my gosh.
And there's more to read, but we're going to say goodbye to you first and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Vocabulary Review.
Anxious. Maggie is anxious about the exam tomorrow, but she has studied a lot, so she should be fine. Stable. These shelves are made of steel, so they're very stable and can hold a lot of weight. Balance. The strong wind caused Mary to lose her balance, and she almost fell into the river. Properly. To stay healthy, remember to wash your hands properly with soap and water. Stiff. Rosie's body felt very stiff after she ran 20 kilometers, so she went to the hot springs. Risk. Most employees couldn't risk losing their jobs by speaking out against unfair policies, so they just stayed quiet.
智慧小补帖
Thrilled. Relay. Incredibly.